The Morning
Grow Your
Report
Wealth newsletter for
24th November 2008. Now, it's no secret
Last
Friday
week,
was
we
a
saw our
tough day on
market go to a
with some
low
big
of
turnarounds and a surprising finish.
3,226.
We started
We
the day
started the week
following
at
on from Wall Street with a low,
3,700 and finished
dropping
the
down
week at
3.5%. Market
What
getting
we
down as
can
low
take
as
away from this is two things.
3,226
One, we
points.
may have seen the bottom.
It sat there
but this
for
is not
most of the
certain,
day
but
before
we certainly
turning around
did see a
towards
lot
end
of
of
support
trade,
and a lot
moving
of
up
strength
2%
around the
for the day, or 64 points,
3,226
closing
level.
at 3,416.
Once it hit this on
And the interesting
Friday,
part is
the
this is a
market did
big
rally back
turnaround
to
during the day, a turnaround of
3,400,
almost
closing
200
up for the day
points.
of
We saw some
2%.
positive
This is
moves
an
from
intraday swing
Asiano
of
up
5%, and certainly a positive
Axis
sign.
Pacific up 40%, Fortescue Metals up 40%, Bought Long up 23.5%, and we also saw Platinum Australia move up 20%. So there's some big moves and some positive moves. Now overnight, over the weekend, what we saw was the Dow Jones move up 6.5%, the S&P 500 up 6.3%, and the Nasdaq up 5.2%. And the FTSE did still close down. It was down 2.4%, and the Nikkei up 2.7%. Other big moves with gold. Gold moved up 5.8%, closing at $791 an ounce. Oil stayed flat, sitting at $49 a barrel, and the Aussie dollar had a good move, up 3.4%,
lower
closing at
household wealth generally means
US
lower
cents.
consumption.
Now, it's been an interesting time on the market.
Rising
Is this the bottom?
unemployment?
Look, we do not know, obviously. But what we do know is a good move and a strong move in the US, and it could be the start of a bit of a pullback back to where we're looking for the 4,500, 5,000 point level.
This may not be
what we
enough
also
to
know
get
is
our
oil is
market
looking
back
awfully
where we need
cheap.
to be.
So if you haven't got
What
any,
should we do
we'll side
at
and
this
also
point in
to
time?
two good stocks to have a look at this point in
I think
time.
we will see a
Will it recover?
market
Look,
rally.
it's
We'll see the
$50 a
market
barrel
back
now.
between
It was $104 a barrel
4,500
6-7 months
in
ago.
coming months.
It does look
At
cheap.
that
It does look
point,
oversold.
there will
It's
be
a
a
place
need
to
to
play.
have a look at our
For more
portfolios,
information, go to our
reassess our
website at
positions, and
growyourwealth.com.au.
possibly and most likely look at paying down some debt. Now, the other thing I want to touch on today was advice and where do you get it. Last week there was two good examples of people who didn't want to pay for advisors' recommendation of advisors' advice, and as such have got themselves in all sorts of trouble. The first one is with Brisbane Connection. This is a float that we were not involved in, thank God, nor that we would have been involved in. It was not a good float from the outset. Now this came in two parts. In this float you had to pay $1 up front and a second payment of $2 18 months later. Now it was a dud float. It went from $1 to 1 cent in about 3 or 4 months. Now some unsuspecting discount broker client jumped in there looking for a spike from 1 cent and bought himself 5 million shares at 1 cent. Unfortunately, he cannot offload those, and those who are in the know were happy, more than happy to sell in those shares to get out of the obligation of having to pay the $2 later down the track. Now this poor punter has saved himself $50 in brokerage, but is now on the hook for $10 million in the coming 12 months. Now, don't get me wrong, yes, the underwriters will come looking for this money, and no, he will never get it back, nor can he sell these shares on market, because of course, brokers are well aware of what the situation. Now here's a punter who saved himself some money, but obviously he's going to lose everything he's got over time. The other one is gearing in retirement. There's been a lot in the newspapers about this recently. In a bull market, gearing is great. It doubles your gains, but in a bear market, it also doubles your losses. Worse still, if you do not have any incomes, the bank may call in your loan. Now, in retirement, your income comes from your investments. So let's review and see what's happened here. You've lost most of your investments due to the market fall, at least half of it. You've also lost half of your income because of the market fall. Now the bank wants you to pay back the loan because you can't cover it with the income from your investments. What happens is the bank will take your house. Now the cost of a plan, for us to do a plan about this sort of issue for our clients, would be around $2,000. Now for those who didn't get our advice, or anyone else's advice for that matter of fact, the cost is now their house. Look, it does cost money to talk to brokers, and sometimes you feel like you're not getting ahead, or you feel like they don't have all the answers. But certainly the money that will save you over time more outweighs the money that it will cost you to talk to us. Good advice is like good coaching. Without it, you'll never be a top performer. The gains will always outweigh the costs. For more information, go to our website at growyourwealth.com.au.